10 celebrities who had awkward encounters with the late Queen. Madonna. Let's paint the scene. It's 2002, a beautiful day at the premiere of the James Bond film. Everyone famous is there showing respect to a masterclass movie. The Queen is doing her due diligence of saying hello to all the creators and actors when Madonna, the pop icon, approaches the Queen, hand out ready to shake, to which the Queen reportedly questioned who she was. And when someone told the Queen that Madonna had performed the movie's theme song, she replied, "Oh really, did you?" Then when she moved on to shake hands with actor John Cleese, who plays Q in the movie, she asked him, "And what do you do?" How to be humbled 101. The late Queen either actually had no idea who anyone was or was just eager to mess with some Hollywood stars. Either way, a funny moment happened indeed. Michelle Obama. When it comes to regal rules, you don't touch the Queen unless it's a handshake that she initiates. But moments after politely shaking hands, the former First Lady offered the late Queen a sidearm hug. The monarch responded warmly and returned the gesture to Michelle, showing that she's okay bending the rules from time to time. It ended up being a touching moment between the two powerful ladies. Must have felt nice that the Queen bent the rules for you. My mom doesn't even hug me. David Beckham. I mean, I think we can all agree with the Queen on this one. Back in 2016, this photo went viral for obvious reasons. Just look at how excited the Queen seemed to be greeting the legendary soccer player. This wasn't the first time the two shook hands, but her excitement makes it seem like she's finally meeting her celebrity crush. I mean, I'm with the late Queen on this one. I'd be all smiles meeting David Beckham, and I think anyone would be. Lady Gaga. Protocol encourages celebrities to dress in reserved attire when in the presence of royalty. Gaga, however, went with something pretty bold when greeting Her Majesty after performing at the Royal Variety Performance in 2009. The late Queen was giggling when seeing this outfit, and I have to add, we need a rehire of every fashion designer in Hollywood. Like, I'm sure it's cool to be all extra and stand out, but Lady Gaga's wearing a red garbage bag here, and don't try and tell me it isn't. She's dressed like a miscellaneous superhero from The Incredibles. Anna Wintour. Many have pointed out that, trademark or not, Anna's famous sunglasses should have been removed in the presence of the monarch. Miss Wintour should know that wearing sunglasses when talking to another person with no medical reason is unacceptable, one etiquette expert said at the time. Fashion faux pas aside, the photos from the event make it seem like the two got along pretty well. I mean, the Willy Wonka look went hard too, so don't worry, Anna. Mickey Rooney. Again, touching a royal beyond a gentle handshake is usually a no-no, so when actor Mickey Rooney went for a smooch on the hand when first saying hello to the late Queen, you can imagine she was a bit caught off guard. True to her character, she played it cool and continued smiling and chatting with the Black Stallion star. Luckily, she was wearing her iconic gloves. This is also out of respect, not flirtation. Even if it was flirty, I mean, shoot your shot, Rooney. Shawn Mendes. According to royal customs, you can only talk to the Queen if she initiates the conversation. That made for what Shawn Mendes called an awkward encounter when Queen Elizabeth suddenly appeared backstage at her 92nd birthday celebration, where Mendes was performing, but didn't speak to him. You're not allowed to speak to her unless she speaks to you first, so it was like 10 minutes of very awkward silence between me and the Queen. Is it possible to make that my policy as well? Speak to me if spoken to. Sean, I'd talk to you though, don't worry. Helen Mirren. In her 2014 appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Helen Mirren describes the embarrassing conditions of Queen Itzes that overlook her in the presence of Queen Elizabeth. When you meet the Queen, almost everyone gets it. You get this thing I call Queen Itzes, which is like a terrible virus that suddenly hits you the moment you're in front of the Queen. She said, you start saying weird things like, "Oh, it was terribly good fun, wasn't it?" And "Frightfully nice to meet you, ma'am." This weird voice comes out, you get sort of paralyzed, and you can't remember what the heck you said. I could see that being a reality when meeting such an important person. Unfortunately, this is just whenever I talk to a pretty girl. I guess you can say I got W Riz. Cher. This is not necessarily a meeting between the two. They did meet, but this is a tribute to the late Queen gone wrong. She wrote on Twitter after finding out about the passing of the late Queen, saying, "I'm sad about the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. I had the honor of meeting her." Going into detail, she recalled, "I was in a long line of people waiting to meet her. Yet, when she got to meet me, she asked me questions and seemed genuinely interested in talking to me. I'm proud she was a goat and happy she had a great sense of humor." The only issue is she meant to use the emoji of a goat and instead she used a bull or an ox emoji. Which of course goat was implied, but it definitely caused for some backlash. Lewis Hamilton. After being presented with an MBE by Her Majesty, the 7-time Formula One champion attended a private lunch with Queen Elizabeth, and the conversation took a wrong turn. I was excited and started talking to her, Hamilton told Graham Norton in 2015, but she said, pointing to my left, "No, you speak that way first and I'll speak this way and then I'll come back to you." But Hamilton did eventually get to speak with the Queen, saying she's a sweet woman, and we talked about how she spends her weekends, houses, and music. It seems as if the Queen was never upset, but accepting of these moments, because of course people were not raised with royal protocol and accents are gonna happen. All are very wholesome moments. Thank you for watching.